Hey, it's Ray, Chubby Ray Comics. I don't collect single issues. I collect trade paperbacks and omnibus, collected editions. I collect them. I love them. I love talking about them. And I'm very grateful that you like watching or listening to me talk about them. And I thank you all for your support and your likes and everything. Today I want to talk about X-Men Raid on Grey Malcin. Now, this is the post-Crakoa X-Men books. Jed McKay has come out with volume 1 of that X-Men trade paperback, and Gail Simone's Uncanny X-Men volume 1 has come out, and they were both all right. This was a crossover between those two books. So this covers X-Men 8 through 10 and Uncanny X-Men 7 and 8. So that's what's covered in this trade paperback. And this just came out, I think, on the 17th? Or no, did it come out on the 10th? But it just came out, and it's available now, and I want to tell you about it. For starters, it is about the old X-Men school in Westchester, New York, has been taken over by a group that's turned it into a prison. And it's run by a girl named Karina Ellis. And it's been turned into a prison called Grey Malcin, and this book is called Raid on Grey Malcin. And it is about Cyclops X-Men from Alaska are coming to rescue prisoners because Beast has been taken by Grey Malcin. And Uncanny X-Force, which is headed up by Rogue, is coming to rescue prisoners because Jubilee and Calico have been taken. And this story is about all of the X-Men versus Grey Malcin prison, but it's also about the X-Men versus the Uncanny X-Men with Rogue versus Cyclops. And the good news is it's a good story. The overall story is very good. You see a lot of action. There's great pacing. The artwork's fantastic. I really like the stuff. Ryan Stegman's artwork is fantastic in it, but it's very good. The story's moving. It does a good job of reintroducing characters, and then it also does a good job of showing the newer characters, to showing them in a new light so you can see them, especially the evil characters. Like you get to see more of Karina Ellis and a character called Scurvy. You get to see a lot of them. And but most of all, you see great fighting between the X-Men and Grey Malcin, and then you see Uncanny X-Men versus Grey Malcin, and then you see X-Men versus Uncanny X-Men, and this book has a lot of different things going on in the plot of it, which is nice, which is moving. It's a good look at that. Let me guess to see if there's Cyclops versus the Blob. So there are some really cool things in here, and then X-Men go in first, and then the Uncanny X-Men show up, and this is when Cyclops has told Rogue, "Don't worry about it, we got it," and Rogue is like, "No, you don't have it. We'll get involved," and they all get involved, and so it ends up being X-Men versus Grey Malcin and X-Men versus X-Men, of course. And then I'm trying not to give too many spoilers because I want you guys to read it and be as surprised as I was when some things happen. But you end up with, at the end, X-Men versus Uncanny X-Men versus Grey Malcin. Xavier versus Scurvy, and Magneto's group involved. I'm telling you, it is... trying not to give too many spoilers. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of things happening in this book. And it's pretty good. I'll tell you what, it's better than a volume 1 of both books. This story has some movement. There's a lot going on. It wasn't like that first X-Men book. I love Jed McKay, but I thought that first X-Men book was kind of boring. And then I thought Uncanny X-Men was a little bit better, but not much. And I love Gail Simone too. I think Gail Simone's great. So you've got two great writers and you've got some fantastic artists. One of the more interesting things was Cyclops versus Rogue. Their interaction was really interesting, I found. And the other interesting thing was Xavier versus Scurvy was also pretty interesting. The ending is very... I'm trying not to give any spoilers. Ending is very unclear and very... it's kind of diluted, but I think it's diluted for the future because they start up there's another plot that is sort of revealed near the end that lets you, that it will be nice in maybe some future books. I'm not sure which book will take up the mantle of this upcoming story, but there are some twists in this book that are good, and it gets you looking forward to the future. So let me say that I'm trying to do it without giving too many spoilers. But I liked this book. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a quick read though. I read this last evening, and I said, well, let me start it because I was also reading omnibuses, and I got done with my omnibus read for the night, and then I went, let me start this trade paperback, and I ended up reading the whole thing because it was so good. I mean, sometimes you get a book that's so good, you just can't help but read it all, and that's how this one was. So I do like books like that though. I like books that are so good you can't stop reading them, and this one was definitely that. This was a book that you had to read. Like, I wasn't gonna finish this. I wasn't gonna stop reading until I was done with this book. I couldn't go to bed and still have part of this book to go. So that's a good sign for it. And I think I'm going to recommend it. It's called Raid on Grey Malcin. It's X-Men and Uncanny X-Men, both going to rescue their prisoners. And like I said, it's X-Men versus Grey Malcin Prison versus the Uncanny X-Men versus Xavier versus how have I already forgotten his name? Versus Scurvy. And Magneto's group is in there as well, and I hope I didn't give any spoilers. I tried to not give any spoilers, but I did like it, and I do recommend it. It is called X-Men Raid on Grey Malcin. It's available now, and I think it's under 20, trade paperback's under $20, and you can get it everywhere for a good price. Stop by your local comic shop, or you can get it mailed order from anywhere. You can, all of the different mail order places have it. You can get it from Organic Price Books, In Stock Trades, Cheap Graphic Novels, Amazon. You can get it from anywhere. It's Raid on Grey Malcin, and I give it a thumbs up. I dropped it 4 stars on it. So I hope you like the book as much as I did. I'm Chubby Ray. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, guys. I'm getting closer to 10,000 likes. It's kind of important for me. All right, you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you later.